if you look at the kind of movies that we do, they are historical movies. In the last 18 months, we've done something on Yaya Bello, which we call Yaya the White Lion. We've done a movie on Tinubu, which is called The Last Man Standing. We've done a movie on Adedibu, which is called Adedibu Alagbara Abadan. And unfortunately, none of them are out at the moment. We're working on a project at the moment on the late Professor Pella. So most of our movies are historical movies, telling stories about our past and trying to keep it in the minds of people. We need to tell our own stories. We need to keep our history in the minds of nobody is going to keep our history for us, and if we don't do it, no one will do it for us. I'll give you a very good example. I'm sure you know a footballer called Rashidi Yekini. At the moment, I'm sure that if you take a 5-year-old, a 7-year-old boy and ask him about Rashidi Yekini, a lot of them don't know about Yekini. We are working on a project on that too. So those are the kind of reasons why we decided to venture into those kind of productions, so that we keep our history in mind. A lot of young people don't want to read, even when the books are there. But if it is a movie, it is easy for them to relate and for us to communicate what we are trying to communicate to them. Unfortunately, I can't tell that now because none of the movies are out. You understand? We've just premiered 1 or 2 of them. We're on the verge of signing a streaming deal with one of the big streaming network. The other one, Adedibu Alagbara Abadan, is supposed to premiere this Christmas to selected guests. And from there, after the election, it's going to go to the cinema. So it's after that that I can answer your question, when I see how it relates to people and it. But the few people that we've premiered it to, I've always been excited about the prospect of what we are trying to do. For Yaya the White Lion, we had Alinu, we had Uncle Jide Kosoko, we had Bengade Inka, we had Remote, and Seun and a host of others. For The Last Man Standing, we had Latif, Adedimeji, we had Seun, we had a couple of people. Uncle Jide Kosoko is also there. A couple of people, Chuchu Abubakar. For Adedibu Alagbara Abadan, Chief Lyric Paimo played Adedibu. We had Biola Adebayo, we had Jide Obono, and a couple of other people. It's been long, but I took a break for a while. I think I made my first movie almost 20 years ago, incidentally. But I took a break for a while. Then I started making movies back, I think about 9 years ago. We did Wages, but it was basically for Africa Magic. Then we did Waiting Women Want. After that, we did Lockdown Eat. It's also not out. It's going to be on some streaming network from next year. Then I tried to experiment with Yoruba movies, and it's been exciting. This year we've done 4. We've done Love and Crime, we've done Dairama, we've done Ogo, and then Ore is just streaming now. A lot of ways. Some of our production, personal funds. Some of them, we do joint venture with people. We look for people to come and partner with and the rest of it. Yes, when we did Waiting Women Want, the Ogun State government supported us. We shot in Ogun State and they decided to support us. Well, the idea came about 15 years ago. At that time, there was no platform celebrating Nollywood. There was AMA, but AMA is Africa Movie Awards. You understand? There was no awards dedicated to Nollywood. And I think that maybe my influences came from the fact that I had worked with Fame magazine. And at that time, when I was working with Fame, Fame used to do a movie award. But when the magazine died, the award died naturally with it. And so, as big as Nollywood was, there was no award celebrating Nollywood 15 years ago. So that was how we took the challenge up. And here we are. This December, we are going to have the 14th edition.
So how has the journey been?
Tough. Especially with the way we do our award. It's a traveling award. What we do is that yearly we get a state government to host the award. So when that happens, it means that every year we take about 150 people to a state, organize the award in the state, and you know what that means. You understand? So it's tough, but it's interesting because this is what we signed up to do, and we are enjoying it. In Owerri, the award holds on December 3rd in Owerri. First and foremost, we try to take the award around Nigeria, you understand? And funny enough, the Southwest has hosted the award more than the other people. We've had Ondo, we've had Oyo, we've had Ogun, you understand? And we've had Lagos. So Southeast has done it twice. This is the second time we're doing the Southeast. The first state to host it in the Southeast was Abia, and that was 2016. So when the North has done twice. We've had Kano, we've had Kogi, and the South too has done twice. We've had Rivers and we've had Delta. So when we're planning this year, we got 2 states who were ready to work with us, Nasarawa and Imo. We just decided to go to Imo because of the fact that, 1, we just did not last year. 2, Imo is a beautiful place. Owerri is a beautiful place. There's no how you can write about the history of Nollywood and you will not talk about Imo because of the huge Nollywood market in the Imo state when Nollywood was still on VHS and the rest of it. So we are excited to be going to Owerri. And apart from that, the governor has been very, very, very excited about the project. And so we are looking forward to going to Owerri. Not at all, we just feel challenged because funny enough, I won't want to mention the names of some of those awards. Some awards have come and gone in between the 14 years that we've done. Some people have tried to also do Nollywood awards. Some will do 3 or 4 editions and then they'll stop doing. So we parade ourselves as the longest running award. Even the Tema and Ama of both Fame and Encomium never did 10 years. This is the 14th edition that we are doing, you understand? And we've never missed a year. Even during COVID, we still had the award in Ekiti. You understand? Thanks to the Ekiti state government who agreed to host at that time. So we don't feel threatened, we only feel challenged. What we mean by feel challenged is if a new platform comes to town and do an award and they invite me, I go there, I learn some few new things and I try to re-challenge ourselves into ensuring that we maintain the #1 position in the award platform in Nollywood. The normal challenges of businesses in Nigeria: infrastructure problem, we want to shoot, Agbero is disturbing us, financing, and then after you finish making the movie, ensuring that you make back the money on the movies. Those are some of the major challenges. It's tough, especially when it is not our money. We are dealing with other people's money, so it's tough. Well, what I've learned over time is that before you go to make a movie, the easiest thing to do is to make a movie. So, but before you go to make a movie now, you have to have a plan. How do you intend to get back the money? You understand? So that in our mind has guided us. You understand? So most of the time, before I make a movie or go into a project, we already know where the money is on that project. A lot has gone into planning it. We were lucky to got signed on early enough in April, so preparation has started since May. People are going to experience the Oriental experience of Owerri. If you know Owerri well, Owerri is a great city when it comes to tourism and the rest. So a lot is being put in place to ensure that those who attend do not only attend the award but have an experience of the award. 40 years ago, people were divorcing. You understand? So it's not a strange thing that people are divorcing, and I guess that one of the reasons why it is more in our faces at the moment is because of the fact that there is social media that pushes it out. People will continue to get married. Some marriage will succeed, some will not succeed, and that's how life is. What I always tell people is that marriage has no Bible. It is the two people that wants to go into the marriage that decide how they want the marriage to run. How you feel that, what you think is the deal breaker in another person's marriage is a no go area for another person. So that's how I see it. I'm the wrongest person to ask the question because the way I run my movie business, I'm actually not really involved in it. Sometimes I hardly go on the set of the movies. So what I do is I have the idea. I have a creative person working for me. So maybe she will have an idea. And anybody that asks me that I want to act, I just forward a number to them. So I'm the wrongest person to ask that question because I'm not involved naturally in the production, except of the fact that we have the idea, we put it together, and they are the one that execute it. A lot of things. Number one, entry stage. The entry stage for Nollywood is very horrible. What I mean by that is that the vulcanizer in front of my house can become an actor this very minute. And that is why you see that there is a lot of bad behavior because of the fact that a lot of people who never expect that they will be where they are today are there. So they don't know how to handle the fame. You understand? That's number one. Number two is the fact that the distribution network must just change. The reason why a lot of people don't want to do a lot of movies, except those who are directly engaged by streaming networks or the rest, is the fact that how do you get back the money? You understand? The distribution network is crazy. I'm sure that if the distribution network was right, Oloketuyi that made 625 million and we are screaming could have made 3 billion if the distribution was well together. If you look at it, 625 million is less than $1 million. You understand? And we were all jumping here. Meanwhile, movies open elsewhere and in one weekend they make $200 million. It can happen. We have the population, 200 million people. What it takes for 200, if you look at the number of people that watched that movie, that made it to be 625 million. I don't have the accurate figure, but I can tell you that those figures cannot be up to 150,000 people that watched that movie, that made it. So imagine us having the infrastructure that has make the cinema to be everywhere. Because someone living in Oloketuyi, for example, will not go to Ikeja Mall. It's not likely to go to, don't let me say will not go, but it's not likely to go to Ikeja Mall. So if the infrastructures are there are cinemas everywhere, and it is easier for people to go, and then producers will make more money. When producer makes more money, actors will make more money. You understand? And when actors make more money too, they will employ PAs. The thing will, the effect will grow into our society. But at this moment, It is not happening. My name is Seun Oloketuyi. Keep watching Broadway TV. Best of Nollywood Award holds on December 3rd, 2022 in Owerri. Don't miss it.